this is trash.
It's terrible.
It's really crazy because I'm like, why would you just let a small child be doing that? There's a video I saw a small boy and a small girl, they were rocking themselves and they were all videoing.
And they were all laughing. Like, you were even telling people to move. They want to video it properly.
I'm like, hello everybody, my name is Preshdaniel the brand.
Why are you sounding like that?
I don't know, I just sound so chill.
Oh my god. Hi guys, I'm celebrating.
Why are you going to copy me now?
Because it is sound like that now.
Oh, you're not doing.
Hi guys, it's your girl celebrating Seunnla in the building. And today we're going to be talking about parenting. I didn't forget the topic, don't worry. We're going to be talking about parenting.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a very wonderful time to talk about it.
Yeah, I think it is.
Especially with what's happened.
We're both parents.
Oh yeah, we have a child, by the way.
We have a child together.
3 children.
This is the good news, guys. Congratulations to us.
Thank you. Send the gifts. We'll paste our account numbers after this show.
But they're not Nigerian, so I mean, our children are not Nigerian.
True. We have like white children and all that. Indian, Caucasians, and all that weird.
Oh, you have Caucasian? Is it me that did that one or you cheated on me? Just say. I don't know.
I hate you. So we're going to be talking about parenting, right? So what do you think about parenting? So now I want us to go from parenting in those days and parenting now, because there's a huge gap. There's a huge gap. So what do you think about this difference? How do you feel about it? Because I'm sure you were born in like those years, many years back. Yeah, and now you're a father to the new one.
To the new child.
So how do you balance this?
Okay, now so parenting in those days.
When we were born.
When we were giving birth to that days.
Yeah.
The parenting those days, I feel like they were very myopic.
True.
You know, like certain things, for example, they can say, oh, you must wear a long skirt for the girls. You must do this, you must do that, which I'm like, what does this really mean? But now you see, I mean, obviously you can see what's happening. You get what I mean? So like parenting before, I think they're even more careful before, to be honest.
Yes.
They were more careful, but now we're not freelance.
Anyhow.
That's why she won't give birth to a child with me now that we're young.
So you're blaming me for our children.
I'm blaming parenting for our children. We did it now that we are, just say.
We'll talk about this off
camera.
You'll hear from me. So guys, as I was saying, I actually reason with you when it comes to that. I feel like parenting back then was a lot stricter. There was like the whole consciousness and I feel like now they are more, I don't know, I might be wrong, but there's so many bad things now. There's so much exposure now compared to then.
But is the exposure not needed?
It is needed, but we're overdoing it. And I don't even understand. I expect that most parents nowadays, based on how you were trained back then, you should still carry that legacy forward. But I feel like parents nowadays are evolving, so they're relaxing on certain things. Like when you talked about the scares about dressing, parents are beginning to relax when it comes to being strict or training. That's why we can see different incidents happening nowadays. They're raping kids. Oh, why are you licking your lips and staring at me like
so
that?
Fine.
Oh my god. Parenting. Stop this. Stop this. This is bad parenting. But things like that, oh my god, I'm so distracted. I feel like.
Let me help you.
Let's go ahead.
So now this whole parenting thing, right? I feel like back then it was stricter, like you said, right?
Yeah, actually.
So it was more like back then it was very hard for us to even mention anything like sex, to be honest.
Yeah.
Before even my mom would be even when you get married, you can't still mention sex to your parents because you feel like we're not in that space of life.
But you told that story of okay, I'm a lady. I don't know if guys had that experience. Like if a guy just touches like this, boom, you get pregnant. See those kind of consciousness. I think it helped us grow with the mentality of I don't want to get pregnant. So even if a guy wants to touch you, like please, I don't want to get pregnant. But now you see a guy and a girl, maybe 10 years or something, they are hugging. I watched the videos and someone was saying that, oh, I have a boyfriend, but don't worry, we don't kiss, we don't hug, we don't do all those things. The child was this 7 or 8? So like, don't worry, we don't kiss, we don't hug, but he's my boyfriend. So the person was asking that, so how is he your boyfriend if you're not kissing him? It's like, I just need someone around me to tell my stuff to and we play and that's it.
In Nigeria, yeah, which country?
In this country, my brother, it happens children in this country are actually getting really exposed. So they are saying things that are more than them.
Will you blame the parents?
I think it starts from home. Actually, I think it starts from home.
Okay.
I feel like there are so many other factors that contribute to this, but parents actually have a major play in this, right?
Okay.
Like I said, when we were growing up, our parents were very conscious. They made us conscious of certain things, right? So we were working with, I don't think it was a good thing to work with fear, but at least it guarded things we're doing, right? Yeah. But nowadays, parents are so relaxed. When your child does anyhow, anyways, anything you do now, they'll tell you.
But I feel like, is it really parenting? To be honest with you, because I feel like your parents cannot be there 24/7.
Yes, true.
They go to work, they do whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've gotten cases of, I mean, I have some friends, or I know some people that probably got molested when they were little.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I mean, they will say something like, oh, when I was in primary school, my auntie did this to me, my auntie did that to me. So are we really going to blame the parents when the parent doesn't even know about this thing?
Now, to talk about that aspect, why I would blame the parents, I won't necessarily say it's only the parents' fault, right? Whoever is that person that did it, you are not baya. You are all wrong. I cannot translate what I just said. But that's actually a very terrible thing. But why I would blame the parents is, I feel like as a mother or a father, right? Any one of you, or if it's both of you, awesome. Create a bond with your children. That was something I feel like most of our parents missed. And that's why most of us made mistakes. We're not even proud to tell our parents. Most of us, if our parents sit us down, and I used to say, on Judgment Day, when it happens and God plays film, we have so many things to watch. Honestly, we have so many things to watch, because our parents will be shocked that, is this my daughter that exercise scarf, or is this my son that's followed me to church that has done this thing?
But don't spoil. Don't you see cases of
honestly,
people where they're like SUs, they're always dressing, cover my hair, cover my chest, cover my everything, but they'll still get belly.
No, it happens.
So I don't think that works, because for me, I'm like, oh, it could help, but I feel like society also has a role to play. Yeah. Social media has a huge role to play right now.
Yeah.
Because right now, children have phones, they go on social media, they go on TikTok, they go on whatever, and they see, looking at the case of this chrisland girl
that just happened.
And I didn't really watch the video. I used corner eye like this.
Yeah, you see,
to watch the video because child of God.
What happened in the video? I heard a lot of things happen.
I heard a lot of things happen that she had in the video. And she had that. I mean, like, for me, I'm like, people were blaming the parents, but I'm like, how much would the parent do? Because I mean, I'm sure the mom didn't even know about that video when she came to do the video.
Yeah.
That she was talking about it. I'm sure she didn't know about it.
She didn't know before she said that.
Yeah.
So it didn't grow. You're saying she was raped, and then we're saying how
person they do styles.
Do you get? So
even
he didn't
me,
really, it was sad. It was sad. But I feel like I said, sorry to cut you in. Parents still have something to do in this. I understand that society, social media, all this exposure, everything is a problem. But parents, I was talking about the bonds the other time. I think it's something we should pick as parents. Yeah. Create some type of closeness with your child, that they can be open about anything, right? You can talk to them. It's not bad if you're exposing telling a child little things like, oh, cover yourself. Let them want this. Don't just tell them cover yourself. Because, for example, if you tell somebody, don't go there, I want to know why you say I should not go there. That's that you say I should not go there for. The thing will still be ringing in my heart that if I go there, what will happen? But if you're telling me if you go there, fire will burn. Show me the fire burning. I'm like, so many things that I learned growing up, right? It was because my mom told me certain things about how she grew up, things that happened and the effects. And I was like, okay, I don't want to leave. I don't even want to test it. Let me stay on my own. So create that. But I have friends that she can tell her mom anything, down to even about a man, about anything, right? So I feel like we've evolved more. So we should create that kind of, because children nowadays are smart.
Very
smart. So we should create that bond. And then please, I don't know why in Nigeria is a problem. We try to copy the white people. Is not bad, right? It's evolution and that is fine. But parental guidance, we don't take this thing serious. We will see a 10-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old watching Big Brother. What are they learning from things like this?
Well, for me, I feel like I said, the parents doesn't have so much role to play anyways. And the reason why I said so is because like, for example, I'm in primary school, secondary school, or whatever, and I go to school in the morning, I come back in the evening, I go home, eat, sleep, next day, and that's how the routine goes the week. So I am most times with my peers, right? Yes. So let me say I have a classmate that always brings a phone to school, and they're always showing us stuff. I start learning stuff. Oh, don't tell your mom, don't tell your dad, that kind of stuff. And I start learning stuff, and that's how it starts.
I understand. I feel like most things we learn from our peers. So most things we learned
is from our peers, society. And right now, I feel like this social media generation that we are in, I feel like parents should be more closer to their children.
Exactly,
to be honest with you, because there are some videos I see online which is very, very disgusting to me. When I see little girls, like a small child twerking and they're doing it for clout on TikTok. And I'm like, this is trash.
It's terrible.
It's really crazy because I'm like, why would you just let a small child be doing that? There's a video I saw a small boy and a small girl, they were rocking themselves and they were all videoing.
And they were all laughing. Like, you're even telling people to move, they want to video it properly.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? And this is how it starts. How did the guy know how to rock? How did you know that you're meant to put it in the side, that place?
Thank you. How did they know location?
I didn't know about, even till now, no still know. Until that video I knew.
You know they lie.
That video taught me.
They lie for this. You say this video does.
But I mean, like, those are examples of, you know, how society has played a role in these things. So, I mean, it's sometimes really crazy when people blame parents every time. Like, parents, I mean,
it's not totally their fault.
I feel like parents can do the most they can do when they are little. When children are very small.
That is the point.
Right? But me, as I'm grown now, I don't think my parents will say something that, oh, don't do this, and me, I'll say yes or no. I already feel like I already know what is right and wrong. So what I want to do is already in my mind.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
So they can start. It's fine. Yeah, actually really reason with you.
Yeah,
the whole load is not on just parents, right? But they are the ones that are starting our lives, right? So they can start stretching out these things as we grow. Because to get to a point, they can't control us. Like
and I also feel like bad parenting, they also have a huge role to play in the kind of friends that we keep.
I was guessing they're in the spirit, brother.
I mean, your parents to say, oh, don't follow this guy because he has a tattoo on. Don't follow this girl because she has a whatever on. And I'm like, is that what you're meant to be focusing on? Because I can have a tattoo, but I'm a good person. I don't do crazy. So that is not what you should put your focus on. Right? Rather focus on if this person is a good or bad person. You can't really know anyways.
Yeah.
But I mean, be able to discern, like, okay, which child friend is good or which friend is bad. You get what I mean? So I feel like parents are also focusing on the wrong things, which is the stereotypes of, oh, you don't have to do this, you have
piercing, you have this, you have that, I think it's a mentality from back then. That's why I would say, like, back then and now, like, it's like there's a huge difference. Because back then, when they see a guy wearing, if your jeans are ripped, they call you a mad person. If they see you with tattoos, you're of the devil. It's the devil that created this, created that, right? So it was the mentality they grew up around then. So when they see, now it has become a norm for nobody actually bothers. It's like me expressing myself. It's about art, it's about this, it's about that. But to them, they still have that old mentality. So once they see someone, like, I feel like automatically, this person is a bad person, this person is a bad person. But sometimes, there's even the good ones there, like you said. There's even the SU that will cover head.
Nah, then go carry belly.
My brother. And there's something again that is, like, really important about parenting, right? And I think that we should actually put focus to is about watching your children. Most of these things, especially that girl, what hurts me a lot about that girl is, how did she know those things?
The chrisland girl?
The chrisland girl. Yeah. And so many other people even out there, how did they get this knowledge? Some of them have been molested from when they were even younger.
I think they learn. I think there are, like, more investigations that needs to happen.
Honestly.
Because I mean, like, how did she learn those styles?
Yeah.
How did she learn? Like, it's crazy because even me, when I watched it.
I thought you said you didn't watch it. I was waiting for this part.
I said I used corner eye.
But you watched it. You know what happened.
But I mean, I watched it, of course. I'm grown. I watched it. Right?
And
I saw the whole thing that happened. And for me, I'm just like, how did she learn this thing?
And
people were now blaming the parents. I'm like, don't blame the parents.
It's not just that. Something has happened.
I think there's something that happened because how did she know these things? And I saw that she had a likey account where she did these things. So I feel like social media has even had a huge role to play.
Honestly.
But I mean, you can't tell other people to stop doing what they're doing because of children anyways. So find a way to just get a balance. Is that they don't have a phone at that young age? I hate she's 10 or 12 or whatever she is. Yeah. I mean, why does she have a likey account at that age?
What's she doing
when there are different things happening on these social media platforms? So for me, I just feel like, I mean, social media has huge role to play.
But
another thing is that, do you think that single parenting has a huge role to play in this whole thing right now?
Well, I won't totally blame it on single parenting because there are also parents just like a man and a woman. It's just that it's one person that's doing both jobs. So it's a bit stressful for them because they're playing two roles. But there are still ways that you can put yourself together. It's harder, right? Because it's just you. So it's hard to, like, put your focus on, especially if you have more than one child. It's harder for you. But I feel like the likelihood of happening with this kind of parenting, right, is possible, right? Because it's harder for them. I feel like there's still a way around it, right? There's still a way for you to be a great parent, even if you're a single mother, right? Or whatever. But I feel like most single mothers, they didn't get there by choice, right? It was maybe because of one incident or the other, right? But regardless, I don't want them to now feel like, oh, the job I brought this up. There was one secondary school, something happened, and they were just secondary school children, and they were like, oh, she's a bad girl now because she has just her mommy. Her mommy too is an ashewo like that. That's why she had just her. I'm like, from secondary, are you so? I was like, see the kind of mentality these children are growing. I'm sure they will have heard it from their parents or heard it from some people that once you see a woman with just a child, she don't get belly, na prostitution leader there, now one man just knock her run away. Those kind of weird thoughts. So I think like if you're a single parent, doesn't mean that you can't train your children properly, right? They shouldn't make the same mistakes you have made. That's the most important thing. Yeah. So train them not to have that same mistake. What do you think, though?
I agree with you 100% because I feel like single parenting. I mean, like I feel like you even have more chances to train them well. I don't know. I'm just saying because I mean, like if I probably give it to like 4 children. I'm not sure I would want to carry all the children myself now. Hey, you hold some, me, I will hold some. The ones I can train, I will train.
You share.
I mean, I say that's what I feel, right?
Yeah,
so I also feel like I mean there are ways you can be able to do these things. Probably you'll be more conscious of the things that they're doing. Once in a while, check their phones. What's happening there? Let me see.
Exactly.
Check. I mean, sometimes we are intruding privacies, but do they really need that private time at that age? Really?
What privacy? What privacy? What privacy did they need?
Yeah, check their Google history. Check them. That's where things are happening.
Honestly, it's a Google history.
I was just going to be checking it one by one.
I do that sometimes for even my brother. Like sometimes when I tell him, don't tell him my day, when he was young and now at least he has come off some things. When he picks up my phone and this is not doing anything bad, but just maybe plays game or goes to watch whatever, and Google his job says before I wake up too. You know, me, I'm like, oh, nothing happened. So just tell me, go through your history. I'll start seeing things he has watched, and I'm like, when I go to him and I'm like, sit down. You watched WWE today, did you? He will look at me.
Are you serious?
Are you a witch? How did you know? I'm like, I'll count everything. He's like, how? I'm like, I'm smarter than you. I was born before you. So that means I have that consciousness of, oh, there's a kid here. I need to check his things. Because I look at his phone and there's password. What are you locking on your phone?
Right.
What exactly are you locking?
But do you feel that parents should talk about sex from a young age? To be more aware, for the child to be more aware?
Well, I don't think they should go directly and talk about sex.
Why?
Because children, like I said, they want to explore things. It's when you tell them something, they want to explore. Especially if their friends are now telling them that same thing. Or they go to school and they're just about
it. But I think they teach sex education in schools these days.
Yeah, they do, but there should be like an age range, right? It's like a progress, it's like a level. From a particular age, you can start with minor things. Okay, this is my body part, this is a guy's body part, this and that. As you are growing, you'll be advancing the training till you get to that point. But if you just start with a small child, the child will go outside and jokingly be like sex, or that's when one.
No, but I feel like it also goes down to bonding with your parents. Because to be honest with you, when I was growing up, and when I got to like puberty stage, and when started seeing things like sperm and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I learned it from school. I learned like biology. They taught us all those things. So when I started seeing it, it was normal. But I can't go and meet a parent and say, so sperm came out, all this kind of stuff. I wouldn't obviously say that. Do you get what I mean? But if I had that closeness, very, very closeness at that young age. I mean, now I feel like I'm closer to them though. But
obviously, you're grown.
Yeah, I think I'm closer to them now than when I was little. But when I was little, I don't think I would have said anything like about that because of how parenting of that time,
they make things too tough, and I feel like they should. It's because of that toughness some people actually turned out crazy because of that hard.
You see some fathers getting too strict, and I'm like, why you this strict? Now your picking go do worse. Why they do like say?
I know a parent that the children they usually lock them up. They don't watch TV. They don't say anything. They're always from church. Even if they wear leggings, they say because they are actually on the big side. So anytime they're like the parents are always conscious, wear big flappy clothes so your body contour is not out and all that. There was my day. I sat with these kids and they were talking. She was like, there's one boy in my class that my mom and daddy must not hear this thing. They said they should not listen to music. But today I heard one song like this. I was shaking my bum in class and I was twerking and all my classmates were clapping for me. If my mommy here. She was like, one boy when I saw me now said, he likes the way I was shaking that time, that my lips are so nice. That I like the boy. My mom and daddy must not hear. If I leave this house to university like this,
another one.
No, that's not me. I was a good girl growing up. Come on it. Come on it. But then when she was saying, as in we just let her talk because we know she can't say this at home. My mother and father cannot hear this. So we just let her express herself. And she was like, please, my mom and daddy must not hear. But if I leave this house mistakenly, I enter second just go to body house. Hey, all the boys will hear. I will wear this one and wear.
But do you think locking your children at home is bad? Because I feel like it's good sometimes because there are some games that I see children play when I was still growing up, where they do this mommy and daddy thing.
Yeah.
That's where it started from. That's what I feel.
Are you sure? I played mommy and daddy and I didn't turn out a bad girl.
You sure say you not turn out a bad girl? Now why we get picking now? So you know. Anyways, I feel like all this kind of stuff. Society has a huge role to play. But how can we really curb these things? Because to me, I feel like society, even if your parents hold you, and you cannot control everybody in the street.
Society will always be society.
Everybody, you can see a shadow passing. Your picking will see her. So I feel like if you let your children to be more aware of certain things,
they work.
I feel like they're like, okay, you know what,
I feel like everything, I always tell my friends something, everything you do starts from the mind. It's whatever you are digested in your head.
Can your parents control your mind?
They can't control your mind, but it's whatever you take inside that will stick, and whenever you want to operate, that's what will ring, right? So it's whatever they're telling. Obviously, nobody can, even as you are grown, there's some things that people will tell you that still guards how you move. That's why you go to church and the pastor will tell you, do this, do that. Pastor did not hold you, don't steal or don't have this child that we have, but we have this child that we have.
Of course.
So, but then these little things they tell you, when you're about to do something wrong, that's what comes back to your head. So if your parent has been ringing some kind of, not aggressively now, maybe sitting and talking, when you're about to do something bad, it will come back to play. So I feel like parents should have those words. Not every time your father is coming, everybody starts running, hey, baba, 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 run under the table. That is good to be strict. I don't like condoning nonsense. I don't like a child to be anyhow. Do you understand? But there should be a balance. If you're going to be locking your children inside to protect them, there should be a balance. You can still lock them inside and they'll still do something bad.
They'll still go out. They don't still go to university and do stuff. Like, I mean, just saying.
Like if you ask people now, how did you know the things you know about maybe probably sex, pornography? They'll tell you different stories. Most of them is not from home. I know someone that knew it from school bus driver, school bus conductor. Another one is from house girl, house boy. I know
people like that though.
So
I mean, they'll tell you that, oh, from little, my teacher did this, my teacher did that. Why they not go tell their parents?
Do you understand? Because the parents didn't create that.
What if these people talk? Say, if you tell your parents and I find out, I will beat you, all this kind of stuff. I mean, they can be scared. Do you get what I mean?
Out of fear.
So that can happen.
No matter how, if your parents have some level of closeness with you, like
they can tell you, no, I think you get so close to an extent that you be like, don't worry, I'm not doing anything. Just tell me everything.
Do you understand?
Are you okay? All this kind of stuff.
They just open up. Plus, like, just say, mommy, don't do anything. Your mom just say, okay, no problem. And you change the school. You don't even have to go and fight because you know it to be back to the child. They'll say, how did you find out? Just probably change the school.
I mean, watching your children is something that
honestly,
really
PG, take it serious, create bonds. You understand? I think those are ways to curb it that we've talked about, right?
Yeah.
So I think we should just run through it as we wrap up.
Yeah. So you actually you need to
create some bond
with your children.
Very close bond, yeah.
Check their search history. It's very important.
Like PG things that they watch. Take PG serious. It's not for jokes, right? It's okay to watch adult
PG
shows.
Sometimes it's really
annoying. Sorry, but they are children.
When I was like 16, I was still PG 18. I'm like, I beg.
You see, this is the problem. We don't take this thing serious. We feel we are grown from age 10. We are adults. We can watch things. I already
knew things. I was in university when I was 16. So I already was exposed to a lot of things. So don't tell me PG 18.
If you have to take things serious, check your children's phone. There are ways you can link your Google account to what they do, so you know things
that works. That works.
So take all these things seriously. They are friends too. Be friends with their friends. Was it not okay? I don't want to mention her name because she's a celebrity, and I don't want her to come and hold my neck. But
I'm a celebrity too, so I think we don't really care really.
Oh really? But a particular celebrity that starts with an M. My name starts with an M.
What did she do?
Her children. I was really amazed when I heard about it. Her daughter was having a birthday party. And she told the girl, like, okay, let all your friends, your close friends come. And she had a conversation with each of them because she wanted to know them one-on-one. These children were initially scared that your mommy. But she was so open, she just stayed with them. And after they left, the girl was like, Mommy, why will you do that? She was like, because I wanted to know who you are strict with. We're all friends too. They are my friends. So from there, she could tell you.
Friends with your children's friends.
Do you get? So you don't have to be hard.
Don't be too. If I'm strict, then we learn hard way. I'm not gonna learn hard way.
I'm not gonna learn children that will spoil you.
Stubborn children, they like stubborn people.
Are you're not stubborn?
I wasn't stubborn actually.
Come on it.
Period.
But as much as you're trying to be soft, create a balance. Don't let them now become spoiled. Like, okay, you see a mother twerking, obviously your child to twerk. You can twerk with your friends without your child being there, please. They are picking these things, right? So I feel like these are few things.
And stop words like, oh, let children be children, please. Just
don't do that. They're just children.
Stop it, okay? I feel like these are ways
smart.
to, if you feel any other, if you have any other opinion, please.
Please drop in the comment section. If you feel some other way from what we've said, right? Please let's talk.
Just be dropping it down there.
Comment section, just be throwing everything.
And please, have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? Like, it's really annoying.
Really though.
Like, we watch, you will not subscribe.
And you're not subscribed. So what's the point? How do you know when the next is coming?
Find them rich house. Now bad parenting because this thing.
Honestly.
Because if they get good parenting, they go subscribe.
You cannot subscribe.
They don't subscribe.
Maybe come they shout
now, bad
every
parenting,
time.
they don't teach them for us. Anything you watch, subscribe.
Subscribe instantly. You want us to send you
Preshdaniel the brand there? Why not?
You say?
Preshdaniel the brand if I'm there.
Anything?
Preshdaniel the brand if I'm there.
I not you. So guys, till we meet again on another exciting episode. Celebrity show.
See you guys later. Preshdaniel the brand as always.
Don't follow him on Instagram, by the way. You can follow Justin.
Already. Don't worry, they go right seats for there.
Nobody knows you for
there.
Alright
guys.
Bye.
Peace out.